Welcome back, everyone. This is the second episode of a larger series about re-establishing the Bactrian Empire as a Afghan dynasty. So, in fact, you only get that decision, I believe, if you are part of the Afghan culture. So, what we are doing right now is basically trying to recapture some of the territory of the ancient 2nd century BC Bactrian or Greco-Bactrian Empire. And so just to give you a vision of where that is, it's around here basically. So you get the borders here, as you can see, highlighted in yellow. And so I've been expanding and trying to get more territory. Now, actually, in fact, I've been kind of eluding that territory lately and just kind of expanding wherever I can. And the reason being that basically I'm just trying to capture as much territory as possible to be able to have, more levies, right? The thing is, though, right now, in fact, if I can do two things, there's two places I can get a duchy. Here, which falls into the Bactrian territory in Kohistan, or I can go for the Duchy of Makran, which has an additional third county as opposed to the other place that has two. And I think the reason I'm going to do this territory where I'm basically still eluding the Bactrian Empire is at least I get 3 more counties, and that means more levies. And eventually, when I do get to wage a holy war for kingdom, and I basically can just take the whole territory here as opposed to one duchy at a time. So that will be faster. So for the time being, what I'm going to do is basically chip away at the southern borders of Makran, right? So let's do it then. So time to wage a war. And this might be risky, but at the same time, I mean, the benefits are really great if I can actually win this war. So I don't know how. Basically, it says here that their military is inferior to mine, and I don't know how come there's so many soldiers. Did they just raise? I think they just raised maybe a contingent of mercenaries or something. But what I will do to be on the safe side is I'm gonna actually just call my allies, right? So let's see, how many people can this guy send? For example, he's not at wars. Why not, right? I have the prestige to be able to call in allies, and I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna basically abandon this chance, right? So let's have to raise my armies here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go straight for their lands very soon. Okay. All right. My allies are sending troops over. Hopefully they can come by the sea. I think that's what they're going to do. Yes, perfect. They're going to cross into the sea. And finally, we're going to get ourselves some maritime borders as well. Let's see who joined the war here. Oh, wow. They did call all their allies. So, including these guys right here. So, they're getting close to Kabul. If I get captured in battle, I am essentially, this war is done for. So, maybe I might have to put myself as a general here, or commander, to avoid or to get out of my own capital. Because it's going to get captured for sure in this, you're going to see in this, it's going to serve them for the war score. What is the AI doing here? Oh. This is gonna give me a seizure eventually. So the problem with this, with the adjustments, I find is that sometimes the AI is more hesitant than it ever was in the previous patches. So it's causing a lot of problems, actually, especially when I go to war. Sometimes they leave me hanging and then I get destroyed by my enemies. So okay, they're no longer sieging Kabul. Cool. I mean, that's good for us, right? So. So we're going to capture Kiz, and then we're going to go for Sanij, and then basically we can have everything in that every county that counts towards this war goal. right? So okay, they're probably gonna come towards us, which is a good thing. And the Sufferids are practically done though. They're in 3 wars, including ours. I just hope my allies can basically join, right? And not leave me hanging on the battlefield. Oh. And as you can see here, it's not clear where they're going, what they want to do. Look at this. It kind of, it really kills the experience sometimes, I find. The hesitancy is just very frustrating. Trying to get anywhere. Sometimes it's just better not to rely on allies. I've been in situations where I was like, you know, we could have easily won a war, but just because my allies remained kind of like, as you can see here, just not deciding on where they want to go, basically we got destroyed. And as you can see here, I mean, I think this is basically what's going to happen to us, is that I see this as a kind of losing battle here, just with the way that my allies are kind of moving around and stuff. There's no sense of kind of like, I don't know, I can't explain it, but there's, okay, as you can see here, like, look, for example, they're not sure where they want to go, what they want to do, and we're basically abandoned as usual. And so now hopefully they can step in at the right time, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I see they completely decide to leave us hanging, and now they decide, maybe they see when we're winning the battle, they decide to change their minds. I don't like this. I used to like the I liked it a little bit more before. Let's see. Flexible troops. Since we're in a war, why not? But again, like, look, are you gonna siege? Are you gonna help out? What do you want? They won't tell you. So in any case, we're gonna continue making gains, and hopefully, wow, the Saffarids are basically done. That's good. They've been completely fragmented. Their alliances are obviously, they've broken apart, but their allies are gonna stay part of this war, and then eventually they won't have any allies. So that's good. And so as you can see, these guys are just dying of attrition, but they don't know where they're gonna go. So the Paradox needs to fix this, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna address it in future updates. But it's they really don't know where they want to go. All right, and we're gonna start facing attrition very soon as well if we don't fix this situation right now. Please don't abandon the siege. Please stick to the siege. Oh my god. I mean, we could have won this, right? So all right, we got okay, I'm at least winning this battle, but I got routed here. Okay, so good. And I think they're so weak, I think, at this point, because they've been in other wars. So I want to see if they're also in debt, because that plays a, yeah. When you're in debt, basically your military prowess, or your faction's military becomes kind of, I mean, they lose military capacity. I think they lose some like martial skills or whatever. So the good thing is these guys are indebted. So as you can see, that's why they're being kind of completely obliterated. Okay, let's liberate some of this territory. My wife is 2 years away from being married to me, which is good. So hopefully she can get us a male heir, and we can fix this situation that we're in. But how many kingdoms can we create? Would I be able to create a kingdom afterwards? I think I'd be able to usurp it, but not that I want to do that. Alright, My guy's getting really stressed. Let's see. So attrition begins here. And that's because the AI just really all wants to sit in the same place. And so now they leave us to our own demise. Or no, they're sticking around. Okay, hopefully we can just liberate this place very soon. Perfect. Now let's go back and replenish a little bit. What's happening with the Samanids? Okay, they have their own wars to contend with. So, honestly, it seems like... Ah, but we lost Kiz. And we will go back to get it. Let's go back and attack the these guys here. If my allies can only join, alright, they will. But again, as you can see here, they're kind of hopping around and they're not sure. Are they coming or not? I think the computer or the AI is trying to calculate some things. Okay. We got a faction forming against us. A rabble faction. Who cares? I'm going to let them have their way this time because I'm in the middle of the war and I don't want to have to kind of go back and lose troops. So I'll let them have their tax leniency or whatever. And we've died in battle. So who's my heir? My son. And I got... Okay. Okay, so... I died in battle. Factions situation does not look amazing. Who is this? So... My sister is gonna send me an ultimatum. And then there's an independence faction. I think... It's time to sway her. Wait, what religion am I? Okay. Alright, so that's not good. That's not good at all. So I might have to convert. But, let's wait and see. Convert. Well, they're all... Okay, so I'm gonna convert. Go back to my original faith. And so what's happening with my sister here? Maybe I will sway her and try to convince her not to... Or maybe I'm gonna sway this guy. You know, try to convince him, you know, to stay, you know, an enemy, an ally, and not kind of go against me. So, we do... I did make a mistake by not killing the other Muslim duke that I had. So, and that's going to cause some problems here for sure. So let's see who my son can give me as an ally. Alliance power. Oh yeah. We're definitely going to rely on these guys. Perfect. We got ourselves a solid alliance. And so... Sure, we'll come to your help, but like, let us finish our war first. Okay. What I'm gonna do is obviously rebuild the realm. Alright. And then let's see who my daughter can give us in terms of alliance. But I don't want to take any major risks. Right? So I will give her a matrilineal marriage. She married a guy with I think health problems, but alright, we'll do anything it takes right now. What we need to do right now is get rid of this independence faction against us that's forming against us. So let's see. I should have taken out my ruler from the war, but he wasn't... There's nothing kind of special about him anyways. She's, you know, slightly better on the diplomacy side. She's poor in terms of prowess. But alright, I mean, this is good. Okay, so we don't have any independence faction against us. It's just my sister trying to kind of oppose me. Okay. So the AI needs to learn to get its priorities right, because this is getting very frustrating here. They need to go attack the enemy. Before it's too late. Alright. I'm obviously gonna give you I'm gonna be lenient on this tax thing right now because... And there's a problem with my sister. She's being a bit of a disturber. That's an understatement, but... Or actually, let's do this, yeah. That'll prompt these guys to leave the siege here. No, not really. Okay. My sister is 14 months away from joining a faction against me. I can try to sway her. And I probably will. That's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be her against me, basically. Hopefully we can end this war and very soon. I'm now known for the dedication to my faith. And I don't get why the AI is just following me around. Why don't you guys go and attack the enemy and let me siege, or you do that, you know, but just don't walk around. It's basically, you know, this war could have been over. Okay, perfect. So in terms of factions, we're dealing with that well. And the problem is we have a very frail son, and he's delicate, so it gives him a minor penalty. Hopefully he's not going to pass that on to any of his kids. Always look at who your heirs are. We're losing money too to this war. So look at this. Just bouncing around. They could actually intercept the armies here, but they don't want to. So instead they just walk around and do nothing. Alright. Basically I have to do this solo. Sure, I'll help you in your war, but... Okay, we're gonna win this war, luckily. And I'm gonna keep an eye out on the factions. Okay, so we won our war, the one that I started as my father. Slain in battle. Okay, so look. We're pretty decent in terms of size here. The problem is we're gonna have to murder people, because as you can see here, we have vassals who are not of my religion. So Muslim vassals who obviously, you know, don't respect or don't support our rule. So the religion factor is huge. Yet I don't have the intrigue or enough intrigue to be able to fight these wars, or to be able to assassinate. So I'm gonna have to hold it off a little bit. Oh my god. And my army is not rejuvenating anytime soon, so I'm gonna send my troops immediately. Just give me a second. Like as you can see here, I barely have a military. Where is he fight? Okay, here. Sure, I'm gonna send my troops. I told you. Okay, so be it. Oh my god. On decline. I don't want to lose fame. Sure. I'll send whatever, just so that the my allies don't get pissed off and abandon me. So alright, so Perfect. So what was the point of that? Okay, so who are our allies right now? Let's see. Okay, Pala. And okay, these guys who are basically vassals. So yet, you know, my husband is no longer alive. Who can I ally myself with? I mean, it's gonna be whatever, but we need some alliances, right? So for the time being, look how poor we are. The Samanids are actually vastly inferior. I'm not gonna go to war anytime soon. I'm gonna basically fix my situation first before anything else, right? I'm not in the greatest situation at the moment, so it kind of sucks because, you know, our dad was kind of getting really powerful, so we don't have that much money, and we don't have a really good monthly income either. And that's because we lost a lot of the territory to our siblings due to, you know, the partition. So let's see. She's still in an alliance against me, or a faction against me. I can't murder her because I'm already scheming against someone else. Personal schemes. Okay. No, I'm trying to sway her. But I think at that point, I'm not going to try to sway her any longer, and I'm going to try to go for her stuff, right? Her titles. So I'm next in line after her son, or her, yeah, so my nephew. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to murder her. Get rid of her, get her out of the way. And when I kill my nephew as well, I can take that territory and then have more, you know, holdings. And then basically with more holdings, obviously more holding, meaning more more levies and also higher taxes, right? So sure, I'd love to ransom. Let's start ransoming prisoners. Bactria. No, we can't get anything out of him, so let's just wait. But we continue to basically, I think, wait and consolidate power. If I can kill the sister, that would be great. You know, get her out of the way. And what's wrong with her face? Oh yeah, she has lover's pox. Oh, curses. So she found out. She senses something. Perhaps it's not the time to kill her. You know, maybe, you know what, we can go for her son, my nephew, and hope that she, no, we don't have enough. We can hope that she dies, but that's, what if I increase the, I can't do that, but I'm gonna have to go for managed domain. Perhaps that's gonna help me with the finances. We're doing so poorly in relative to, you know, my dad, but it's alright. What if I called for a holy war here? They're considered inferior. I could risk it, but I don't want to. Saffarids. Saffarids are basically done. I like how Persia is just kind of completely segmented now. We have some really powerful alliances, and that's kind of, I think, what's keeping people away from fighting wars against me. But I need more territory. Let's see, who do I have? Do I have a sibling who has a title? Sure, she does. What if I tried to kill her? What if I tried to murder her? I'm going to do that. Murder her and then murder her son. Oh, the independence factions are very serious now. He's not gonna convert. Anything for the faith. Whoa. Actually, yeah, he is gonna convert. He did convert. Let's see. Maybe we can put him in as something. As a, you know, as a steward. And he's not as good as the current steward we have. But again, we can't afford to, you know, sit around here and just wait for people to like us. So, in 4 months, they could call for a war. And I'm not ready for that. So, I'm gonna just send him a gift. I could try to imprison him, but maybe that's not good. I mean, he's Afghan, he's part of our culture. Let's win him over instead of you know, alienating him. He's also part of our religion. Is he still gonna stick to this? He's not leaving the faction. So that's a problem here. Is he not gonna leave the faction? Okay, they're gonna send an ultimatum anytime. I'm gonna imprison him. I'm gonna try to imprison him. Rally the troops. So. Alright. So now we're at war. We're in a civil war. And I'm gonna raise my army. And I'm gonna expect... I can't see, that's the thing. I can't raise any mercenaries because I paid this jerk. So what I'm gonna do is obviously I'm gonna call my allies to war. You know, and it's a defensive war. It's not gonna cost me. Oh, look at this guy. Perfect. Pala, alright. Okay, so let's call them over. Wait a second. My son actually has some territory here in India. So, alright, so let's do this. Let's basically crush the enemy. They're gonna all come and they're gonna, you know, hopefully crush them for us. So, but now look at them here. They're on their way from the south. So I'm gonna go intercept this army first, and hopefully my allies can send people by sea or something. I'm just kind of hoping in anticipation that, you know, they will come and rescue me. This is a really, really unnecessary war. Could have been prevented earlier, but I'm gonna take care of them for sure, though. Okay, so luckily my allies are starting to come in, and they're around the capital, so they're able to kind of, you know, protect my capital, Kabul, which is here. So, okay, we're about to win one battle here. Oh boy, curses. Okay, so my chances of killing my relatives are slowly diminished. So we won one battle here. And once more of my allies kind of start to stream in, I'm gonna kind of use this collective force. Look at this. Instead of just coming here, they basically get annihilated. It's so stupid. Okay. I'm gonna unite with these guys, and so we lost the battle. We didn't lose too many troops or any kind of major war score, but I want to know why my allies are not just joining in. Why are they stepping aside? Why are they not following me? Okay. And look how slow they are to get here. I mean, this is okay, wow, we are getting some of our major allies to come and join us. So we're gonna basically surround them here. I can't wait to imprison my vassals. Okay. I'm gonna imprison them and kind of use them for ransom or something. We'll see. So my sister now is also, you know, conspiring against me. Let's sway the other one. I kind of wouldn't mind going to war with my sister because at least then, you know, I can basically execute her once I defeat her in war, right? So hurry up and join this battle, please. Thank you. All right. Okay, my character is pregnant. Okay, so these guys are what? 11 months away from waging a war on me. My sisters. Are they going to Kabul is the question. That's the scary thing. If they capture Kabul and I'm there, then I'm basically done for. So hopefully they don't capture Kabul, but we can capture the rebellious guy's capital. Okay, we win this independence war and I will arrest them. So I'm gonna disband and I think I'm gonna take my vengeance. Let's see, with this faction here, my siblings. So this guy, I'm basically gonna ransom him. He's not that much of a threat. He's part of our culture and religion. He learned his lesson though. But this guy might get executed actually. I think, you know, I'll build the dread, or what will happen is I will keep him in here. Let's see. If I ransom him, no. There's not enough to ransom him for. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my rally point to Kabul. And I'm going to wait for my sisters to probably wage war on me and protect the capital at all costs. So where are they now? They're 7 months away. I kind of want them to basically try it out. Can I revoke a title? No, I don't have limited crown authority. Can I get that? No, because we don't have plenary assemblies. But I think these defensive wars are kind of good because you basically, you know, just strengthen your rule a little bit. Again, I'm worried about the sisters. They have a new daughter now. Wait. And she's a giant. Getting really bad traits here. Okay, I'll wait a little bit. How is her? Okay. So she's betrothed. Alright, let's wait and see now. My glory is really known now. Is widely known. I kind of want them to go to war with me. They're 3 months away. And that's diminishing. Their power is diminishing. What if I arrest them? What if I arrest the older sister? Let's see. I imprison her. Oh, there's only a 4% chance. Let's see. What about my vassals? What do they think of me? I mean, some of them are terrified or intimidated. The betrothed can marry your son and player heir. Actually, that's a terrible alliance. in any case, we got ourselves some good allies who will come to save us. So the sister now is gonna try to wage war against me. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to wrestle. Very good. I get tyranny, but that's alright. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna... Should I ransom her or should I... I'm just gonna keep her in the dungeon. So I avoided a civil war right now by bringing the sister into prison. My daughter is about to get married herself. And this guy has terrible traits, so what alliance does he give us? You know what? Forget about this. I don't think I'm gonna marry my daughter to him. Where is she? Break this betrothal now. Go marry yourself someone who's actually, you know, not fragile. Dumb of allure. But the thing is, these are all terrible marriages. I mean, this guy's chaste, he's shy, he's callous. Should I not give her a matrilineal marriage is the question. We only have this guy, but then he has this frail trait, so I think I'm gonna give my daughter kind of a marriage with someone who's, you know, for example, hale and matrilineal. Okay. And then the other daughter won't have a matrilineal marriage. Maybe she can take the guy we broke up the first daughter with to give us back that alliance. Okay. So their kids are gonna have terrible, you know, congenital problems, but that's alright. Alliance formed with the Crusader of Lucknow. So my son is now of age, and his wife is of age too, so they may be able to have children. He is delicate though. Really bad genes. What's the dangerous faction now? Well, alright, so I mean, what are we gonna do? She's gonna wage war against us. I think what we can do is, you know, there's nothing really we can do right now, and just wait for her to wage that war and then call all of our allies to come to our help. Which we have enough of, so they'll be able to turn the tide, obviously. Hopefully. I can put both my sisters in the dungeons. Okay. Definitely not. I'm definitely not going to be threatened. And I'm going to raise my troops here. And so, meet her on the battlefield. And what I'm going to do... Oh, cool. We have more military than she does. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to start... Oh, this is a terrible spy master. Let's put this guy in instead. What I'm going to do now is basically call all my allies. Every ally that I can. Right? So, including my son. And the other allies. And basically, they're going to hunt her down. So, what I'm going to do here is capture her capital as well. Excellent. And I'm going to try to dispossess her children too. Should I go to war? Yes. I think I'm going to attack her. I have a strong commander, and that's giving me advantage, and we have more army commander traits. They are in the desert mountains though, defending, so that might be, you know, to my detriment, but it's okay because look, we have our allies coming in anyways, and it looks like we are going to win this battle. You know, not decisively, but we won it, right? So that gives us +9 war score, and what we're going to do here is, you know, try to finish this war off here. I like gaining dread. I want to get 100% war score to be able to arrest her. Once I arrest her, I will have my ways. Unfortunately, I cannot strip people of their titles, so I'll just keep her in the dungeon and hopefully she can die. I'm not gonna execute her because that's gonna give me Kinslayer. But once she dies, then I will go after her children. How many children does she have? Oh, she has 3. I'm gonna have to kill all of my nephews. Well, I mean, what it's gonna basically, it's gonna be a long kind of internal conflict, and we're gonna have to hold off trying to get all of Bactria right now. Our ambitions should be much more limited, right? So I wonder where she is. Is she on the battlefield? Yeah, she is. She's wearing military attire, so look at these guys. Confused as to where they want to go. So I captured my nephew. What if I killed him? Familial Kinslayer. It's a crime. It's I mean, we'll keep him in the jail for now. I love how this whole family is all diseased. And so, look at us now. We're gonna basically wreck their armies here. We're gonna win this battle. Look at this. What do you want? Are you gonna come or what? Alright, so let's basically finish them off here. And I don't think my allies want to join. But okay, so maybe let's attack Zabulistan. If only my allies can stop kind of changing their minds about where they want to go. I'll enforce the demand. She'll be arrested. I get 20 plus dread, and she'll have to drop that claim to the throne. And she'll be in jail anyway, so good riddance to her. Character is now pregnant. Hopefully I can have a decent son, because my current one doesn't. I don't like his traits. Let's see, what does he have? He doesn't even have kids. His wife's not even pregnant. So maybe it's already it's good. It's early enough to kind of get rid of him and get, you know, myself some good heir. So then the husband isn't really useful. Okay, so 100 war score. She's jailed now. We can, you know, so be it. And we'll disband. We'll keep her in the dungeons. The other sister's in the dungeons too. And so now I've kind of solidified my rule. My levies, as you can see, are starting to rise in numbers. You know, we're close to 1,000. And look at the areas around us here. Everything is splitting up in Persia. That's great for us. And so, you know, our neighbors are fairly weak. I don't have any Casus Belli against this guy. Ihsan. Hopefully this Ihsan kid has some kind of, you know, decent traits. I mean, better than his brother. I'm gonna have to who I'm gonna have to disinherit eventually. He's not part of my realm. You know what? I might actually have to disinherit the son. Unfortunately. But it is what it is, right? Because I don't want the kingdom to split up. So, should we vassalize this guy? I mean, he's vastly inferior. Sure. He's Persian. Part of the Iranian cultural group. So let's do it. Let's forcefully vassalize him then. Probably call another ally. And I'm gonna start building men at arms. The thing is, I don't have much money, so you know, as you can see, we're pretty poor. My son will send his troops. Where is my son anyways? Oh, he's in Lahore. So this is all his. And he's Rajput. That's the only problem. He's of a different culture. We need him to be Afghan. Kind of hoping here that he dies somehow. We're Afghan. So he's gonna send his troops over immediately. Good. Good son. So Lahore is now on our side, so... You know, hopefully maybe, you know, when my character dies, I'll have Lahore, and then, you know, I'll switch the capital somewhere Afghan, and then go back to Afghan culture. It's not the end of the world. But I need my son to hurry up. Basically, I need him to hurry up. Help me out here. So we are growing. How old is my character? 38. Okay, she's still young. My son has more military than me. What if I claim the title from him? What would happen there? Okay, I can go to war against him, but I'm not gonna do that. So hopefully he's gonna attack. He's gonna attack them here. I've been overwhelmed by stress. Okay, so we won this war. We've vassalized somebody new. So be it. And we continue to expand. I think what's gonna happen is basically I'm just gonna pick them off one by one. I mean, why not, right? What about these guys? Hold on. What if I forced myself, or I forcefully vassalized them? So that's what I'm gonna do. So in the next episode, basically, I'm gonna come back with more content, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slowly expand into these territories. As you can see here, I'm benefiting from all the divisions in Persia. You know, the kind of splintered realm here. It's perfect. It's a perfect scenario. No one is actually strong enough to oppose me. The thing is, though, and I just noticed that we do have a danger here. There is a major danger, and it's the fact that the Abbasids are now allied with the Samanids, and if the Samanids choose to wage a holy war on me and bring in the Abbasids to help them, we are essentially in a lot of mess. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start an event to, or an intrigue scheme to kill off the Samanid ruler so that can ruin the alliance, because he's currently married into the Abbasid, or married to an Abbasid person or woman, so that's where his alliance comes from. If I can ruin that alliance, then I can just not have to worry about the Abbasids. Eventually, if the Abbasids get to my border, we might have to swear fealty, but for now, so be it, right? So, well, thank you for watching. I'm going to continue with more content later on, so for the time being, I'm just going to stop, and I'm going to come back with more episodes on this Bactrian expansion, which is so far not really expanding into Bactrian territories, but I promise I will get there. So the point is to get Bactria and turn Zoroastrian as well. So thank you for watching, and I'll be back with more content.